morning.
Good morning, sir.
This morning we will be listening to a radio broadcast, and this broadcast talks about some business, and in business, in sciences, engineering, technology, you talk about a lot of numbers, units. They could be different kinds of units. There could be units of distance, price, money, weight, height, depth, a whole lot of things. That means they are numbers. An average manager or techno manager spends close to 40% of his time or her time talking, making business presentations, listening to business presentations. In all of these business and science presentations, you have numbers, letters of the English alphabet, units of weights and measures in a substantial manner, and quite often you will be amazed that pretty frequently we do not pronounce these items the way we should correctly. When we should say FIVE, 5, we often miss the last sound. We just say 5, 25, 35. We often confuse between 19 and 90 because they are pronounced differently, and we, many of us non-native speakers of English, or those of us who have not been educated in a particular manner, fail to keep this distinction. As a result, when you say 90 or 19, your listener is not sure what you mean. Do you mean 19 or do you mean 90? And there can be tremendous difference. Am I right? Would you like to get 19 when you deserve 90? Tell me yes or no. Would you like to pay 90 when you want to pay only 19? Say yes or no.
No.
What would happen if the aircraft landed on runway 90 when it should land on runway 19? What would happen? Tell me. If an aircraft is told to land on runway 19 and it lands on runway 90, what would happen? There will be disaster. There will be disaster. The aircraft worth millions of dollars would be lost, and lives worth billions of dollars will be lost. And that is what happens. Last year or year before last, this institute and some of us from this institute were involved in training air traffic controllers into better communication, and we found that these simple things, they were not able to keep the distinction between 19 and 90, 13 and 30. They were not able to keep the distinction between one letter of the alphabet and another letter of the alphabet. When they said M, they were heard as saying N. When they said L or H, the letter of alphabet which begins the word hotel was variously pronounced. Many South Indian traffic controllers pronounced it as H. Many North Indian traffic controllers pronounced it as H. It is neither H nor H. What is it? It is H. Okay. So, unless, and these days gone are the times when only Tamil speaking pilots flew aircrafts to land and fly out of Chennai. Take the case of Chennai itself. It controls airspace. The traffic controller in the tower at Chennai airport controls all air traffic between Dubai and Singapore. Can you imagine what space that is? At any point of time, he has or they have about 20 aircrafts juggling. It's like 20 balls in the air, and you have to manage them all only with your voice. You have to separate them from each other vertically and horizontally. So, numbers, units and their pronunciation are terribly important for your business, the business of scientists, the business of engineers and the business of managers. And it does not require great effort to get them right. All it requires is a little attention, just a little attention. It is like a button of the shirt. You might leave it unbuttoned, but with a little attention you can put the right button in the right, complete the sentence, right hole. It is just like that. So, what I am going to do today is to play you some radio broadcasts, okay? Not visual, but audio. Try and listen to the broadcast, and I am going to ask you some questions related mainly to the numbers. You can take notes if you like, but I will not pause. The entire broadcast would go in one go. I want to see if you are a good listener of numbers. A good listener of numbers, usually a good listener is a good speaker. Usually there are exceptions, of course, but it is generally the case that if you listen well, you also speak well, though the other way around is not necessarily true. Okay? Are you ready? Yes or no? Everybody please, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Right, your notebook, your pencil. I am not asking you to take notes. I am telling you, you can take notes. Is that okay? Clearly understood? And at the end of the listening, I will ask you some questions and I will ask you to write those answers. Ready?
This is Bob Doty with the VOA Special English Economics Report. Discount stores sell goods at low prices. They succeed only if they sell a lot of goods and keep their costs low. One company has succeeded beyond imagination. Walmart is bigger than any competitor. It has more than 4,000 stores in the United States and 9 other countries. It has more than 1 million workers. It is America's largest private employer. Walmart reported sales of almost $260,000 million last year. And profits? The company reported earnings of $9,000 million last year. Sam Walton recognized the power of low prices. He owned 15 stores in Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma before he began Walmart. Sam Walton opened the first Walmart store in 1962. He began to use computers to control the flow of goods. He reduced prices to levels no one thought possible. By 1985, Sam Walton was the richest man in America. He added businesses like Sam's Club membership stores, and he opened more Walmart stores. Walmarts are big stores. They sell just about anything. Walmart supercenters are even bigger. They include a market full of food. Other food stores are worried. So are labor unions in that industry. To keep labor costs low, Walmart has worked hard to prevent its employees from joining a union. The company has faced legal actions over some of its employment activities. And last October, federal immigration agents raided 60 Walmart stores. They arrested more than 200 night cleaning workers who were in the country illegally. Walmart noted that an independent company employed them. But labor is not the only issue. Recently, the Los Angeles City Council began to consider a possible ban on huge stores like Walmart supercenters. Critics say Walmart's ruin small businesses and replace them with low-paying jobs. Walmart denies this happens. It says people save money, which they can spend on other things. Sam Walton died in 1992. He urged people to buy American products, to save jobs, and to control the trade deficit. Today, many goods are made in China. Walmart says it believes in buying American goods and is willing to pay more to offer them. But it says it cannot tell people what to buy.
Right? Can I ask you some questions now, please? Okay, you don't have to write the questions. You don't even have to write the answers. If you know the answer, raise your hand and then I will ask you to answer me. What's the full name of the presenter of the report? Okay. Bob Dowdy. Take time, you know. Names, numbers, etc. are easily forgotten, easily misunderstood. What's your name? Give me full name.
Arun Kumar Reddy.
Yes, you are Arun Kumar Reddy. Don't say I am Arun Kumar Reddy. Take pauses. Okay. What's your roll number?
BT10B054.
No, it's not 10. It is BT10. Come again.
BT10B054.
B054. What's your roll number?
BT10B036.
What's your name? Full name.
Bole.
What's your roll number?
CE10B079.
My friend on the last bench, what's your name? Full name.
Rajiv Kant Reddy.
What's your roll number?
ME09B034.
Yeah, right. Give time to the listener, okay? Next question. How many stores does Walmart have in the US? Center, please.
4,000.
Yeah, it's not 4,000. It is 4,000. How many?
4,000.
How many?
4,000.
How many?
4,000.
You see, this is the only bit of information. Rest of it is just the medium to carry this information. All other words are there because they have to take this number. So, this number must get the maximum possible time. Okay. How many other countries have Walmart stores? Yeah, 9 other countries. Okay. When did Walmart start its first store? Not you, my friend behind you.
1962. 1962. 1962.
Go slow. 1962. When?
1962.
Everybody together. When were the first Walmart store started?
1962.
In 1962. Which state of the United States of America?
Oklahoma.
Which state of the United States of, name the country. Which country Walmart did start in? The United States of America. You know, names must get time because they carry information. Okay, numbers must get time because they carry information. Which state of the United States of America? Are you sure? Okay. How many states are there in the United States of America?
50.
Sure?
Yes.
Okay. We'll come back to it. Let's ask you another question. What's the name of the person who has started Walmart stores?
Sam Walton.
What's
Sam Walton. Sam Walton.
Sam Walton? You know what? This, the sound indicated by this letter, you always have to round your lips. Round your lips, puff your cheek, puff your cheeks actually, and then say what. So what's the name of the founder of the Walmart stores?
Sam Walton.
When did he start it?
1962.
When did he die?
1992.
Okay. Right. What were the profits of Walmart stores last year?
9,000 million.
How many employees does it have now?
1 million.
Sure?
Yes.
When did Sam Walton became the richest American?
1985.
Okay. What I'll do is I have, you know, I'm sorry, you know, I never have enough handouts. You have got to share them. Okay. But listen to the question. You see, I have been unfair to you. I should have given you the questions before you began listening. Can you have one on each bench, please? Can you have one on each bench, please? And if you have more, then give back to me. Have one on each bench. Okay, I should have given you the questions before I played the recorder, because with questions you hear, you listen better. Okay, but I also want to draw your attention to the pronunciation of numbers and other units. Okay, so give the extras back to me, please. If you have got one on each bench, then return the extra copies to me. Okay, right. Have you got one on each bench? Are you able to see? Are you able to see? You have 4. You can have 2. Okay, you have 2. Okay, are you able to? You have? Are you able to see? You have one more? Okay, you can keep it. Do you have? You can have another. But give me one at the moment, you know. I must have, so that, yeah, right, you can share it. Okay, I am going to play it again. Okay, and this time I will ask you to first listen. Don't do these exercises before you listen, but look through the questions quickly. I will give you two minutes exactly, 1 minute for one page and the other minute for the other page. Look through the questions carefully and then listen and then fill in your answers. Am I clear to you? Am I clear to you? Say yes or no. Okay. First look through the questions so that you know why you are listening. Okay. Then listen, and then I will give you time to fill in the blanks. Okay. Your time begins now. Please take 2 minutes and look through the questions quickly. Anyone who wants a copy of this sheet for yourself? Are you ready now? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Sure. Now listen and don't worry. Okay. Listen with a relaxed mind, but take the information. This time you have seen the questions, you know why you are listening, what you are looking for, look for those things, and then I will give you time to fill in your answers. Okay. Are we together? Lovely.
This is Bob Doty with the VOA Special English Economics Report. Discount stores sell goods at low prices. They succeed only if they sell a lot of goods and keep their costs low. One company has succeeded beyond imagination. Walmart is bigger than any competitor. It has more than 4,000 stores in the United States and 9 other countries. It has more than 1 million workers. It is America's largest private employer. Walmart reported sales of almost $260,000 million last year. And profits? The company reported earnings of $9,000 million last year. Sam Walton recognized the power of low prices. He owned 15 stores in Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma before he began Walmart. Sam Walton opened the first Walmart store in 1962. He began to use computers to control the flow of goods. He reduced prices to levels no one thought possible. By 1985, Sam Walton was the richest man in America. He added businesses like Sam's Club membership stores, and he opened more Walmart stores. Walmarts are big stores. They sell just about anything. Walmart supercenters are even bigger. They include a market full of food. Other food stores are worried. So are labor unions in that industry. To keep labor costs low, Walmart has worked hard to prevent its employees from joining a union. The company has faced legal actions over some of its employment activities. And last October, federal immigration agents raided 60 Walmart stores. They arrested more than 200 night cleaning workers who were in the country illegally. Walmart noted that an independent company employed them. But labor is not the only issue. Recently, the Los Angeles City Council began to consider a possible ban on huge stores like Walmart supercenters. Critics say Walmart's ruin small businesses and replace them with low-paying jobs. Walmart denies this happens. It says people save money, which they can spend on other things. Sam Walton died in 1992. He urged people to buy American products, to save jobs, and to control the trade deficit. Today, many goods are made in China. Walmart says it believes in buying American goods and is willing to pay more to offer them. But it says it cannot tell people what to buy.
Okay. Take a couple of minutes to fill in your answers or tick your answers, and don't worry about going wrong. We are not worried about being factually correct. Okay, let's compare our answers. What's the name of the radio broadcaster? The Bob Dowdy. Okay. Number 2, Walmart has more than
4,000 stores.
in the US and great. Number 3, Sam Walton opened the first Walmart store in
1962.
which state? Arkansas. And okay, Oklahoma. And how many? 15 in the first go. Right. The company Walmart faced legal actions over some of its employment activities. Give gap. Employment activities. In 2003, federal immigration agents raided and arrested more than 200. How many?
200.
Yes, 200. It is not 200. What is it?
200.
Yes. The stress is on the first syllable of 100. 200 night cleaning workers. Okay, next. Critics of discount stores say they ruin
Small business.
they ruin small, round your lips. Businesses. Okay, multiple choices. I don't think I think you got it right. Okay, I'm not going to go into it. Optionally, can you do an assignment for me for tomorrow? You know, we won't meet tomorrow. We would meet on Friday. Sorry, we will meet on. I'm sorry, pardon me. We would meet on Tuesday, 5 o'clock. Okay, and please do come on time. We lose, time when I mean, you cannot be considered a respectable, a smart person unless you keep your commitments correctly. Okay, do come on time. And can some of you please prepare a radio broadcast report in the same manner on some event on the campus? Say recently we had Sarang. Can you do that? A 2-minute radio talk on Sarang, numbers, how many students participated, what were the events, highlight of the events, when it was started, what were the earnings, what were the expenditure. How many people can do it? No one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it will be a television presenter's report. You can have the note, but not PPT. Okay? You can bring your note and you can read it aloud, no problem. Like newscasters, you can, but come in good clean clothes, and I will request my friends to record you. So, how many people are going to bring this report? Bring it typed, okay, big letters, so that when you read it aloud, you have no confusion. Raise your hands once again, those of you who can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Aparna, what is this? This, raise your hand. Okay. These are learning, these are what we call learning opportunities. I expect each of you to do it. Remember, it will have to be only for 2 minutes and bring all the factual details, but no more than 2 minutes. Okay? Right, and come in good, clean, presentable clothes. Right. We will do some practice now. Okay? Numbers, etc. Again, did this broadcaster have other numbers? Am I missing some number? How did he pronounce it? How did Bob Doherty pronounce it? Yeah, the emphasis was here. The stress 9,000 million. What was it?
9,000 million.
What was this?
4,000.
And
1962.
1962. What was it?
1962.
Correct. Once again.
1962.
This.
200.
This.
9.
This.
15.
This.
1 million.
Okay. You know, numbers also, once they have more than one syllable, there is the question of stress. Which part of it is stressed? Okay. Can you pick up your book and please open on page number 154. Okay. 154. Any one of you who doesn't have a copy of the book here? Okay, Arun, why don't you have it? Come, take this copy, take my copy and bring it back to me, please. 154, bring it back to me. Page number 154. Okay. As I told you a while ago, okay, we will do some practice together, correct? As I told you a while ago, you know, these things require a little attention. They are not difficult to relearn. We already know them, of course. When somebody asks us where you are studying or where you are working, and we say IIT. It's not IIT. What is it? IIT. Yeah, it is IIT. Okay, very clear pronunciation. Okay, and whenever you have a series of letters, the emphasis is on the last letter in abbreviations, but each letter must also be pronounced clearly. So, let us learn our A, B, C, D. Look at the text and give me your ears. I will say it first, you will say it next, and then I will ask one of you to lead us later. Okay? A, B, C, D, E, F. You can take one.
G,
G.
H, I, J,
J.
K, L,
No, it is L. It is a short sound. Yes, come again.
L.
Yeah, go on.
M, N, O,
Once again, it is O. It comes from here, your pharynx, from your throat. O. Okay, round your lips, swell your cheeks, and you know the voice comes from your throat. It is O. So, you know, you just can't say, oh God. You will have to say, oh God. What is it? Oh God. Round your lips, puff your cheeks. You know, like you were unhappy with your mother. Okay? She hasn't given you the best of dosas or the money you wanted, right? Like my friend looks now unhappy. Okay? So, you know, swell your cheeks, puff your cheeks, and then say, oh God.
Oh God.
Okay, so let us continue. After O, what letter?
P.
Next.
Q.
Next.
R.
Next.
S.
Next.
T.
Next.
U.
Next.
V.
Next.
W.
Next.
X.
Next.
Y.
Yeah, it is Y. It is a very long sound. What is this? In India, we pronounce it Y. There is no place for it. Okay, this is Y. What is this? Y. You remember that recent song that has become popular? Yes. Okay, but that's an Indian pronunciation, which is not bad for entertainment, but in international communication, in multidisciplinary communication, how would you pronounce it? Y. Y. Next?
Z.
Z. Z. Or as Americans do it, as many Americans do it, not everyone. Z. Okay? Right. What I am going to do is now ask you to do it individually. there are abbreviations. I want to see whether you can do them right. Okay? Please come to page number 156. Okay? I will begin in the last row and I will expect you to listen. Everybody, please. Okay? You can begin. Wait a minute. Are we together?
Yes.
Everybody, please.
Yes.
Okay? Take your time. There is no hurry, you know. This requires just some practice. Okay? Take your time. Do it slowly, loud enough, and carefully. Please. No, it is not A. It is A. Come again. A. Come again. A. Go long. Okay. Start here. A. Okay. Right. Next.
A, B, C.
Next.
A, C.
Next.
A, B, C.
Next.
A, D,
Next.
A, G, M.
Next.
A I N S.
Next.
A I R.
Next.
A M.
Next.
B A.
Next.
B B C.
Next.
B C.
Next.
B com.
Next.
B E.
Next.
B L.
Next.
B L.
Front row here, please.
BSc.
BSC. Next.
B Tech.
Next.
C A.
Good. Next.
C A D.
Next.
C A I.
Next.
C I A.
Next.
C B I.
Next.
C in C.
Next.
C M D.
Next.
C L.
C L.
C L.
Next.
C M.
Next.
O.
Next.
C S.
Next.
B A.
Next.
E C.
Next.
E G.
Next.
D D.
Next.
D M. D lit.
Next.
D N A.
Next.
D fill.
Next.
D S C.
Next.
E E C.
Next.
E S P.
Next.
E C C.
Next.
F, A, O.
Next.
F, B, I.
Next.
F, F.
Next. Next. Next.
G, M, D.
Next. Okay. Let's do it together. Some letters. We'll begin with let's say I. Okay. I will say it first and you will follow me. Sorry, let's do it with H. You know? H M.
H M.
H M G.
H M G.
H C F.
H C F.
H O.
H O.
Now go on your own. I'll say 1, 2, 3 together. Begin.
H P. I A F. I A S. I C B M. I B M. I F S. I S C. I T.
Okay. Similarly, you know, I mean, these things occur pretty frequently, very, very frequent, more frequently than you and I may readily acknowledge. Okay? Letters of the alphabet individually, either as abbreviations or calling somebody, you know, by abbreviated name or in a variety, or as the units of weights and measures what's the mileage your car gives you. And a lot of people will tell you, okay, 30 kilometers per gallon or 30 km per gallon or per liter. Okay, you know, these things occur pretty frequently. Let's come to the number. What's the time now? What's the time now? Tell me the time now.
9:50.
9:53. What's the time now?
9:53.
3. Okay. Let's come to numbers. Okay, I'll say it first and you will follow me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let the last sound come here, you know. Many people in India, particularly in South India, don't produce V, okay, for whatever reason. Not that they cannot, you know, possibly we are in a hurry. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, go on together, please.
15, 16, 17,
Slowly, take time.
18, 19,
Lovely.
20,
Go on.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Okay, wait there. Come to page number 165. Page number 165. Okay? We have some numbers there. I'm going to ask you to do it individually. Jadhav? Sorry, what's your name? Yeah, Karthik. Pardon me. I have such a bad memory for names. Did you get this? Yeah, please.
197.
Or you can also say 197.
97.
Okay, next.
199.
Or
199.
or 199.
199.
Next.
414309.
Next.
23503009.
Next.
443866.
Next.
466385.
Next.
07193084666.
Or you can do them in groups. You can say 071. Come again. Next.
8466.
Okay, together. Let's take the next group. Next.
0524 65201
Next.
2433.
Take the next group. Together.
724 845881.
Next.
061 256 1746.
Next.
600036.
Okay, I guess you know. Next time when you speak, okay, in the next cycle of presentations, I am going to pay attention. That's why, you know, I have asked you to bring tables, talk about numbers, etc. Okay, I'm going to ask you to pay attention to some of these things, you know, the pronunciation of numbers, units of weights and measurements quickly before we leave. What is the unit of weight? How do you measure? How do you pronounce it? And distance?
Kilometer.
Can you check with your dictionary? How do you measure the liquid or
Liter.
okay? How do you measure noise?
Kilo.
Okay. Mm, how do you pronounce this? So do one thing, okay? Can you make a list of these units? Please write. Okay. Sorry, we may not compare our pronunciation of these things now today, but take a list. How do you measure thickness? Okay. How do you measure distance, weight, height, length, depth of ocean? How do you measure the depth of oceans? And what is the unit? How do you measure speed of aircrafts?
Not
How many kilometers or how many nautical miles, particularly ships? Okay. So can you make a list of these units? Please write units of weight, measurement, distance, measuring liquid, okay, and other kinds of measurements, measuring noise, measuring pollution, measuring the purity of gold. What is the unit? Carat. So can you look up and bring at least 10 words of this kind in the class on Tuesday? Everybody please, how many people will do it? Okay, you will have to look up your dictionary, look for stresses and bring them here today, right? Any questions? Thank you, have a good day.